6600 volt supply is given. So they have given 6600 volt supply given, and frequency is given 50 hertz. It is single phase transformer, has a core of sheet steel. Means what? Core is made up of what? Core is made up of steel sheets. Why it is required? To reduce the eddy current loss. To reduce the eddy current loss, core is made up of steel part. Which kind of steel? Steel sheets. Ella sheets kude one core anta madtare to reduce the eddy current loss. And net iron area is given. Net iron area is given. It is 22.6 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meter square. And mean length is given. Mean length is 2.23 meter. What is the meaning of mean length? Is that it is the mean length of core. The full core length is actually it is square. Actually square a total length calculate madidre. Total square the length calculate madidre ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2.23 meter. So it is a total length of the core it is. And there are 4 lap joints. So how many joints will be there usually? So in this core, if it is the core, so we have 4 joints here. One joint, second joint, third joint, 4 joints. So there are 4 lap joints. Each lap joint takes the 1/4 of mm required per meter of the core. So this sentence will be difficult to understand. So each lap joint takes 1/4 of mmf required per meter of the core. We'll tell you, we'll discuss that later. Don't bother about this sentence, leave it now. Then what he has given? He has given the Bm value 1.1 Weber per meter square, and amplitude factor is given. mmf per meter value is given. Then specific loss is given and specific gravity is given. These data are given to calculate the no load current part. So using these two, using amplitude factor and mmf per meter, we can calculate the Im. We can calculate the Im value. And using this specific loss and specific gravity of the plates, we can calculate the loss component. If you calculate Im and IL, you can calculate the loss component is equal to I0 is equal to Im square plus IL square. Like this we can calculate. So first we can calculate the, yes, this much is given. So using these data, we have to calculate the no load current. Before going to that, so first we need to calculate the TP. What is the TP? Number of turns on winding. Only one winding we have, right? 6600 volt. Single phase it is. 6000 primary winding we are considering, because only current flowing through the primary winding. Only one winding is considered. So primary voltage is 6600 volt. Then primary number of turns are calculated. We have to calculate that value TP, which is used for the calculation of Im. Im formula bartadalla idu. So total ampere turn divided by kpk into TP. So in this a TP is required. For that purpose, first we shall calculate the TP value. After that we can go for Im value. After that IL value. After that I0. So step by step. First is the TP, next Im calculation, next IL calculation, next I0 calculation. In 4 steps we can calculate the no load current. In 4 steps we can calculate the no load current. Is it okay? Okay. Next, first step is to calculation of TP. How to calculate TP? Voltage we know. TP we have to calculate. How to calculate? 4.44 frequency flux into TP. This formula we know. So what they have given? They have not given this phi m value. Instead of that, what they have given? They have given the flux density, Bm is given. Bm is given. And what has given? Net iron area is given. Bm value is given. Bm is equal to 1.1 Weber per meter square. The net iron area AI value is given 22.6 10 to the power of minus 3 meters square. So in place of flux, you substitute these two. So flux is equal to Bm into AI. Flux into frequency Bm AI Tp is V. So what is the next thing is that? Next thing is that Tp we can calculate. So V divided by 4.44 frequency Bm AI. So if we substitute all the values 6600 divided by 4.44 frequency 60 hertz, don't write 50 because in problem it is given 60. So 1.1 AI 22.6 to the power of minus 3. How much it is? Anyone calculated? So you will get 997. So number of turns Tp is equal to 997 number of turns you will find. This much you have got? Yes or no? Are you understanding or not? ಕೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತದಿಲ್ರಿ? ರಾಕೇಶ್ okay, let us move on to next part. So IM calculation of magnetizing current. For a calculation of magnetizing current, what we have to calculate first? We have to calculate the total ampere turn. Means what? Total MMF we have to calculate first. What we have to calculate? Total MMF we have to calculate. For that purpose, what they have given is that they have not given MMF of yoke, MMF of core, nothing they have given. Directly what they have given? MMF per meter is given. MMF per meter value is given. 1 meter ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು MMF ಅದ. Total ಎಷ್ಟು meter ಅದ? Total ಇಷ್ಟು meter ಅದ. Total meter this much. Mean length is this much. So what they have given? What they have given is that total MMF is equal to MMF of core, we can say. Core is equal to MMF per meter into length. MMF per meter is 232 into length is 2.23. How much you will get?
517.36.
Yes, 517.36 ampere turns. MMF of core is given. Next, MMF of joints. MMF of joints we have to calculate. Now, how many joints are there? Total there are 4 joints are there. How many laps are there? 4 laps are there. MMF of joints we have to calculate. For that purpose, they have given one clue. What is the clue have given is that each lap joint takes 1/4 of MMF required per meter. MMF per meter how much is given? 232 is given. Mean ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಲ್ಯಾಂಪ್ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರ್ತಾವ MMF ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಲ್ಯಾಂಪ್ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು MMF ಇರ್ತದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1/4 of MMF per meter. ಎಷ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ 1 MMF per meter 232 ಅದ. Okay, 1/4 of 232 for one jointing. One joint how much it carries? It carries the 1/4 of MMF required per meter. Total how many joints we have? Total 4 joints we have. So total lap joints MMF will be equal to, MMF of a joints is equal to 1/4 of MMF per meter into total. How many number of lap joints are there? 4 joints are there. So 1/4 into 232 into 4. 4 of 4 cancel agtava. How much will left out now? 232 ampere turn will be left out. So what is the total MMF? Total MMF is equal to capital AT is equal to 517.36 plus 232.8. Totally how much it is? If you add these two, you'll get 749.36 ampere turn. Based on the given data in the problem, we are solving like this. In this problem, they has not mentioned MMF of yoke, MMF of joint, MMF of yoke is not given. For a separate mention ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. So overall one per meter ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, total length ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರೆ. MMF per meter into length is given. We have got the total answer. Separate ಆಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. So like this we have to do in this case. It is the first type of problem it is. Okay. So total MMF we have calculated. Then what is the formula? IM formula is equal to what? IM is equal to capital AT divided by KPK into TP. Total AT how much? 749.36 we have calculated. So KPK is not given. What he has given is that in this problem KPK is not given. Instead of that, he has given the amplitude factor is given. Amplitude factor is given. To get peak value, what we have to do? If for example signal system olaga amplitude value kottara, peak value find hang ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು? Whatever value is there into multiply by √2 ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು. So now what he has given? Amplitude factor is given. To know the peak factor, peak value, multiply by √2. 1.52 into √2, you will get the peak factor. 1.52 into √2, TP how much? 997. So total how much current we have calculated? IM value, you should get 0.349 ampere. Understanding the one? So what we have to do is that to know the KPK, what he has given? He has given the amplitude factor. Amplitude factor is given into √2 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ? KPK ಬರ್ತದೆ. Means what? ಇದು peak value, ಇದು amplitude ಅದ. Amplitude value in the peak factor ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಬೈ √2 ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಅಥವಾ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ, ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಪೀಕ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ, ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಪೀಕ್ ಬೈ √2 ಎಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಸ್ ನ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ. ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ. So KPK is calculated by multiplying √2 to the amplitude factor. You will get the KPK and substitute here. You will get the 0.349 is the magnetizing current. So what we have done now? We have calculated the first. We have calculated the TP value with the help of voltage formula. TP is calculated. We have got 997. After that, magnetizing current we have to calculate. For that purpose, we have to calculate now MMF of core, MMF of joints. How to calculate MMF of core? In the given problem, they have mentioned the MMF per meter is mentioned. Into length also mentioned. So core, as per the given data, what they have mentioned is that MMF of joints. MMF of joints andre ಏನದು? It is a 1/4 of MMF per meter ಅನ್ನೋದು. So they have given one MMF per meter value is given. So 1/4 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ for each joint. Total how many joints we have? 4 joints we have. So you will get the MMF of joints we have calculated. So if you add these two, you will get the total MMF. MMF of core plus MMF of joints. If you add these two, you will get the total MMF. Using that, you calculate the magnetizing current. Magnetizing current we have calculated. Next thing is that, what is the next thing? We have to calculate the loss component. So it is the third step. It is third step. Loss component. Loss component IL we have to calculate. How to calculate the IL value loss component? For a calculation of loss component, first we have to calculate the total power loss. First we have to calculate the total power loss. So what is the total power loss? So what all things he has given for calculation of power loss in the problem? Specific loss is given. Specific loss watt per kg. 1 kg ge ist loss adunu kottaru. So first we have to calculate total loss. We have to calculate and specific gravity of the plates. Using these two data, we have to calculate the loss. Using these two data, we have to calculate the loss. So we shall check now. What is the relation between all these things? What is the relation between power loss, specific loss, and specific gravity? In relation of the node, there is a relation between all these things. Using that relation, we can calculate the power loss. So power loss we can calculate with this formula. For formula, you can say it is that specific loss per kg. 1 kg ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರ specific loss. Specific nothing but always per unit. Specific meaning ಏನಂದ್ರೆ per unit ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಅದು. 1 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಗೆ 1 ಮೀಟರ್ಗೆ 1 kgಗೆ like that. So specific always indicates the per kg. Now it is per kg into weight of the iron, into weight of iron part. If you multiply these two, you will get the total power loss. Weight weight is not given. How to calculate weight then? Weight is that, weight hang madodu antandre, it is the volume into specific gravity. Il relation ada nodre. Weight hang calculate madodu? Weight nothing but weight is equal to what? Volume into specific gravity. If you multiply, you get the weight of the iron. Again, weight kotarena. Weight is not given. Sorry, volume is given or not? No, volume is not given. Then how to calculate volume? Can calculate volume like this. So specific loss into height into width into length. Height, width, length ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕೋರದ್ದು ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಇಂಟು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟಿ. ಹೌದಿಲ್ಲ? ಸೊ ಹೈಟ್ ವಿಡ್ತ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರೇನಿಲ್ಲ? ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. Then how to do that? Height width nothing but what? It is the net area. Height into width give the area of the core. Area of the core is given, AI is given. So you can calculate that in place of height into width, you write AI. Length is given, mean length is given. You can substitute that. Specific gravity is given, correct. Specific gravity is given. Specific loss is given. Substitute all value, get the answer. What is the specific gravity value? Sorry, specific loss value is 1.76. AI value is 22.3 into 10 to the power of minus 3. L value 2.23. Specific gravity value is 7.5 10 to the power of 3. So if you multiply all the things, you will get the power loss. So you will get the 665.13 watt. So current is equal to what? It is the iron loss divided by Vp. Iron loss is how much? 665.13 divided by 6600. If you calculate, you get the 0.1007 current ampere given. So if you have calculated Im value, you have calculated II value. So you can calculate I naught now. How much it is? It is the Im square plus II square. You can calculate the root 0.4349 square plus 0.1 square. You will get the 0.363 ampere. It is the no load current value. So up to this we have to do now. What we have done now for a calculation of loss component. So power loss we have to calculate first. It indicates what? It is nothing but what? It is there is a relation between specific loss and weight. To calculate power loss, we need to multiply these two. What are these two? Specific loss into weight. 1 kg ಇಷ್ಟು ಲಾಸ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರ್ತದೆ ವೇಟ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸೊ ನಾವು ವೇಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ, ದೆನ್ ಹೌ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್? ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಇಂಟು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು. ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರೆ, ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್? ಹೈಟ್, ವಿಡ್ತ್, ಲೆಂತ್. ಹೈಟ್ ವಿಡ್ತ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? ಹೈಟ್ ವಿಡ್ತ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಆಫ್ ನೆಟ್ ಐರನ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂಗಾಯ್ತು. ನೆಟ್ ಐರನ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್, length is given, specific gravity is given, specific loss is given. So if you add all the values, you will get power loss. Using that you can calculate the current. Using that you can calculate the current. So using that total current, no load current, you can calculate using this formula in rectangular form. You will find the 0.363 ampere. So like this we have to do the problem here. So problem they will give in this manner, and based on the given data, first we have to calculate the magnetizing component. After that we can calculate the loss component. After that we can calculate the total current, total no load current we can calculate. So